poppin'? It's Flow the Great. Another episode of the Barcafe where you getting served bars by your local artists. Now, man, today, who I got with me today?
Got the one, the only, the big Brooklyn dyke, never the little one, baby motherfucking Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we already know where you from. Now, I mean, it's in the name,
Brooklyn.
obviously. So what part of Brooklyn you grew up in?
Born and raised, Crown Heights. I spent my fair share of time in Flatbush and Best-Otto, but I'm Crown Heights baby all the way.
That's valid. So, what was it like growing up over there for you?
It wasn't easy. I won't lie. Like most kids in Brooklyn, you know, I had my ease on down the yellow brick road of the streets. So I jumped off the porch at a young age. So I was outside. Like I was really outside from like 13, 14 for real to be exact. Fighting, partying, drinking, just outside. Like it wasn't the easiest. It wasn't the easiest, but we made the best out of our situations. You know what I'm saying? We made the best out of our situations. I was able to build a lot of great relationships, friendships, gang ships, all that shit. Like, I was able to build through it. Like, but it wasn't the easiest. I won't lie.
I bet. So, what kind of led you to music?
So I started rapping. I used to dance for real, but when I was younger,
what kind of dance? Like African dance, hip hop dance? I did
hip hop dance, African dance, and it's a style, it's a form of like modern dance. I don't know if anybody know what that is, like modern dance. So I started with dancing, but when I was younger, my uncle, he raps. And he hung like, old school New York niggas. They used to be in my grandmother's basement just rapping. And I used to always just sneak downstairs and I used to get in trouble, but it got to a point where they was just like, when I was like 4, I started sneaking downstairs. And by the time I was like 6, they was just like, just let her come. Let her come downstairs. So then I started just hanging downstairs with them. They used to have this big boombox stereo. And they used to just go in circles just rapping. And I used to be the only girl in the environment. Like, and I was like 6, my uncle used to just put me on his lap or put me on like this seat. I just be sitting there like,
that's dope.
and they just going back and forth, and then sometimes they'll be clowning each other, they'll be battling, but these be like 10 of them, just going. And I started watching Smack DVDs.
Smack
the DVD era. So I started watching those. My uncle used to have them, so sometimes I would go in his room and just watch them. And then my mom was a real big hip hop person, so she would always play like a lot of hip hop around the house. And it just made me like start to latch on more to like the what's the word I want to use? The essence of hip hop. And I like the aspect of lyrics, like lyricism. Like I love being able to tell a story that rhymes.
That's definitely dope. So what type of artists, I mean, did you grow up listening to? Like whether it was around your mom or your uncle?
So generation wise, I would say when I was young, your Wu-Tangs, your Biggie. I'm heavy on the Wu-Tang house. I was like,
mom's or uncle?
Both of them.
Both? Alright.
I used to sit on the couch and watch them go back and forth over songs. Like, what? But now I do it with certain stuff with my sister, so I get it. But heavy on the Wu-Tang house, Lil Kim, your Foxy Brown, Jay-Z, your typical New York artists.
Yeah.
But then when my time came around and I got to pick my artists that I started to fall for, I love Missy Elliott. So Missy Elliott.
Yo, a lot of people don't give her the recognition that she deserves,
she's the queen.
Man. She's
the queen of all queens.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, she's the queen of all queens. Don't take away from nobody else that got a queen title because I feel like there's multiple to go around.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But she was one of the few artists to me that was in her own lane and never switched lanes. She never tried to be nobody else. She never tried to do what nobody else was doing.
She was her.
She was always her.
All the way through.
My pick was more Missy, Busta, 50 Cent. Love 50. He was my core. Like when I hit
Big Queens, baby.
Yeah, like when I hit that 11, 10, I was listening. I begged for a 50. I cried when I got that 50 album. That Give Up Not Trying. I was like, for me? For me? So I would say I grew up with both of those eras. Your Wu-Tang, your Junior Mafia, and then also your Missy, Busta, 50 Cent. For real. And I love Lil Wayne. All
right, hold on. So this is not your top 5. This is just the artists.
Yeah, these are artists I grew up on. These are
artists that you grew up on. Okay. So, so who's in your top 5?
what's crazy is my female and male list is different, but if I had to combine them,
You could give two. I'll let you get two.
My top 5 male would have to be first Busta. Sorry, I think Busta is so underrated.
I
bust my who y'all like.
You got that energy.
I love, but yeah, it gives that.
You got that energy.
It gives that. So I'm gonna have to go Busta. I'm gonna have to say Wayne. I'm gonna have to say Meek.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I love Meek.
A lot of people like Meek.
I love Eminem. I don't give a damn what nobody say about that way, but I love Eminem. And I'm gonna pick somebody from the newer generation. And it's a wild card of a young boy. NBA young boy.
Young boy? I never really listened to his music like that.
You know what's so crazy? I ain't really listened to him till I went to the South, but what I like about him is I love the art of hip hop and like I said, like telling a story.
Yeah.
And telling your story. So as much as he's violent as fuck, he told his story the only way he knew how. Like he told the fuck out his story. Like, and I think that was just so he don't get enough credit for that part. A lot of people look at the violence, and I think it is crazy. Don't get me wrong, it's crazy that he was pushing that shit to people, but that's his story. That's where he come from. Like, so I gotta that would have to be my 5 artists right there.
That's dope.
If I was to only be able to pick 5 to listen to for the rest of my life,
who would you want to feature from?
Out of all of them. Like right now, it'll be between Busta and Meek.
Busta and Meek?
Yeah. The Busta is my top. Like I want to feature from Busta. That's my I want a song with Busta so bad.
Busta, wherever you at,
I'm coming.
If you see this,
I'm coming for that feature, bro.
She want to feature. You heard?
Yeah. My female list is it's gonna have to be starting off Missy Elliott. That's my all-time favorite hip hop artist, so all-time male and female Missy Elliott. That's what I want to feature from the I drop $1 million for that feature. I love Missy Elliott. My first big song is a Missy Elliott song, so I'm gonna have to go Missy. Right after Nicki. Sorry, I love Nicki.
Okay.
Queens get the money. Y'all do that, Nicki. People. A lot of people
go ahead.
Look at me crazy when I say Queen Latifah.
Why?
Cause people be like I feel like she had a different era of rap, and I'm like, yeah, but again, lyricism is very important to me.
Facts.
Like what you telling your story, what you stand for. So Queen Latifah is up there. Eve
is nice too.
And
I feel like she underrated too.
Yeah, she's one of the most underrated artists from that era.
Eve is wild nice.
She's one of the most underrated artists from that era.
Facts.
And if I'm being honest right now, I like I think her name is Manello.
Milano?
Nah, not Lotto.
Manello?
Manello. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Everybody was telling me I'm saying it wrong. But she's a current artist right now. I think it's Manello or something like that.
Manello?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna look into
that.
Like
I like she
signed or she unsigned? She signed?
Yeah, she signed. Like,
it's not Milano?
Huh? Nah,
it's not Milano. It's not Lotto?
Nah, I'm gonna show you her. You gonna know who I'm talking about. Like I just don't. When I tell you I don't know how to say that lady name.
What about
everybody always say like what's? Hold up, cause now I gotta find her. Hold up. Her. I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's like she one of the.
I seen this.
Manello. She's so she's nobody don't listen. I feel like her. She not in her prime yet. She is going to be so fucking fire when people really she's lyrically nice and she could switch. She could switch lanes. Like I watched her switch lanes. I watched her talk about a multitude of things. Like she's nice. She's nice. She's very nice.
That's dope. Yo, so you came to the tryouts, right, for the Cypher. We picked you.
Yeah.
Then you dubbed us though.
No,
hold on. You dubbed us, right? You dubbed us, and then I see this Hoochie Daddy shit. What's up?
That's shout out to Hoochie Daddy.
So what's going on?
Shout out to my Hoochie Daddies. Nah. So that's what it was. I was interested in doing it. Like I even told Queen District, I was like, yo, I need
hold
Enzo
on.
in the next
My bad.
Cypher.
And we definitely picked you though. We picked you to be in this. All right, but go ahead.
All right, cool.
Go ahead.
I felt so. I think I even wrote back. I was like, damn, like it's no other. And they was like, y'all was like, that's the day we do in Brooklyn. So I'm like, the Hoochie Daddy thing was a big opportunity for me. I'm really big for my community. I'm a lesbian, so it's like, and then it's like I'm a masculine presenting woman, and I love to wear a dyke. So it's like I'm on that side of town.
Yeah.
So it's like it was an opportunity to kind of like put on more for who I am as like my person. Whereas I know my music, no matter what it's gonna do, it's gonna do. Like my music, I'm fire. I don't care if I'm nice.
It is what it is.
So I was just like, this give me an opportunity to attach something to myself that I could tap people in a little bit more on the other side of me. My music is very relatable. Like people done told me women can relate, guys can relate, lesbians, gays, everybody can relate to my music. But I wanted people to just get an opportunity to see a little bit more inside of that side of my life, because I don't shy away from being a lesbian.
Yeah.
So like I wear the shit.
Yeah. Facts.
So it wasn't even that I was so tight I couldn't make it, because I'm like, damn, when y'all push it back, I'm like, fuck, I leave for the show and I gotta do the show. Like I have to do the show, and it was a beautiful experience. I will not lie. Like I'm happy that I did go. It was an amazing experience between.
So get into that a little bit. How that was for you?
Like it was definitely an opening for me. I went through losing my mother last year, so it helped me come out. I was a little sheltered after that.
My condolences.
So thank you. This just hit a year a week ago. So I went through being like in this box after that happened and not understanding how to really be a person. Yeah. So I was pulling back from everything I knew. Like music was the only thing that I was kind of still doing, but I didn't know how to put it. I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I went on the show with it, it helped me like be a person again. Like being in an environment with other people that was like myself. It was a rapper on the show. It was a fashion stylist on the show. It was a woman on the show that's a hood nigga like me. Like yeah. So they was different personalities. We all had different personalities being under that one roof for 14 days straight. It got to remind me that I'm a person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I lost my mom, and I lost my mother and my aunt back to back, and I was like a huge loss. And that's who knew me. But I'm just like, you still gotta be a person. Like they helped me be a person. So going on the show and being around them helped me be a person. And then it didn't make it no better that it came with the girls, the women. Yeah. The ladies love the Hoochie Daddies. Like, the ladies love the Hoochie Daddies. Like we all really fire. And then we built a bond. It's like a sorority for real. Like
that's
they were talking to me before I came in here, like, good luck, make sure you rock that shit out, take a shot. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go to this interview. Y'all know I ain't never did a podcast. But it was a dope experience. I went and traded for nothing. Shout out to my Hoochie Daddies.
Nah, that's super dope. And I'm assuming that's where the motivation came from for the song.
The Hoochie Daddy song that I just did, the one I just dropped, that regular stud shit.
Yeah.
So shout out to Cooley motherfucking K, man, with the motherfucking K. She came up with that song. She just kept staying, man. Like, cause we used in the community they used the word stud to present men, to present women. In New York, we be like dyke.
Yeah.
They don't like
that's
that
a fact.
word.
Yeah.
We be like dyke up here, but they don't like that word. So the whole show, she just kept saying, man, I ain't no regular stud. I'm a Hoochie Daddy. And she from Jacksonville, so she's so country.
Yeah, that country accent.
I'm a Hoochie Daddy. So they all start saying it, and I'm like, I'm from New York. So I didn't sound right saying this. I wasn't really saying it, because I'm like, I'm a Hoochie Daddy.
Yeah, you was trying to say it in their voice.
But it wasn't going, like, at all. So then, the more she was saying it, I'm like, yo, like, we got to turn that shit into something. Like, me and her we was always up at night, me and her. So I was like, yo, we got to turn it into a song. Like, she's like, here you go. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm an artist. Like, I could see when something got potential. Yeah. So we started talking about it, and she's like, I don't do music. I'm like, but you coming up with some shit, nigga.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So then she wound up writing some shit, drunk, went and wrote some shit. Then we all came together, the whole cast, and we all was like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, we all was writing to it, freestyling dope. On the bus, freestyling in the crib, to just try to come up with the concept of how we was going to do it. And before we knew it, the show was done. And I think everybody that first week was trying to see was we still going to fuck with each other. Yeah. And we did. And then we all was like, so what's up with that song? And I was like, oh, y'all dead ass. And they like, yeah, nigga, I was talking about it, let's do it. And then one thing led to another. The person over the entire thing, Woody, she came in on the song, the production part of it, and she was just like, this could be something, like, it's fire. And she helped us get it produced, and now it's a song that people really writing me about. Like, people keep writing me. Like, somebody just said to me like a few days ago, like, you ain't no regular stud, huh? I'm like, hell, I'm a Hoochie Daddy, nigga. I just had to learn to say to my own voice.
Yo,
put that New York swag on it.
That is definitely dope, man. So what can we expect from you, in the future? What you got coming up next?
I'm dropping my first tape, my first mixtape. I was gonna drop it at the end of last year, but I wasn't ready yet. Like I wanted to bleed more into some of the songs that's on it. Like I had to go back in and redo some of the songs now that I got this perspective of life.
Yeah. So
I'm about to drop my first mixtape before the summer's done. I haven't got an exact date yet, but the mixtape is coming. Look out for it. It's called Little Brooklyn Dykes, 718 Story. And it's just pretty much me telling my story of what it was like growing up. A dyke in New York City, like just being outside. Like I've been outside since like 2009, 10. Like I was outside. And what it's just like being a dyke. And then I also just, masculine presenting women more than anything. And then I also just, I tap in a lot with what our life is like, period. Not just being from New York. It's mainly about New York, Brooklyn. Yeah. But it's just about what it's like for us being masculine presenting women in America, for real. So I'm dropping my mixtape. I'm also hosting Atlanta Pride Weekend. That's like my biggest booking thus far. I got a big ass booking in the end of August 29th to September 2nd in Atlanta. Ladies, come out to Atlanta. Hoochie Daddy. We'll be in Atlanta August 29th to September 2nd with the Atlanta Pride Palooza. Shout out Benzo the Brand. But I'm going to be hosting that. I'm hosting, I think, a Pride out in LA. I haven't got the full details on that. But yeah, like I just started officially getting booked. Like deposits is coming in and I'm like, oh, this shit real. They fucking with me. Yeah. And then I got my first little celebrity feature, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really, this the first time I'm even speaking on it.
I can get a drop on that though. I won't.
I can't tell nobody. I can't tell nobody.
I won't. Look. I won't put it in. I won't put it in the interview. I just gotta get the.
And you know what's crazy? Like I'm now starting to sound like NDAs and shit.
Oh,
I never knew how real them shits was like coming into the industry. And again, I'm still like coming into the door. Like I'm like on the outside of the door. So like with this feature, it's like NDAs and shit. And I'm like, oh, they like you can't speak about certain shit. Can't say certain shit until like songs is done, verses is complete. And I'm like, oh, okay. I see how this work. Cool. So I got my first
you gotta come back. You gotta come back. I gotta get the drop for that.
You know what's so crazy? I'll do you a better one. I'll come up here to drop it. I'll come on your show.
I bet definitely. That's a bet. That's definitely a bet. I appreciate that for real.
If I could get one of the artists that's on it to come, then I'll bring her out here.
Trust me, I'll make sure this shit is nobody here.
I'll come up here to like drop this shit. Like,
I bet.
I'll drop it on the bar.
Definitely.
Cafe. We're gonna listen to the bars at the cafe.
I bet. So I know you got some bars for me.
Of course. All
right, let's get into it.
Barcafe, baby. Barcafe. From penitentiaries with niggas who got centuries to broken memories with bitches who turned enemies. I've been outside before a gun was a necessity. Back when I was beating bitches' ass for disrespecting me. Some people wanna see me lose, some wanna see me win. I learned my lesson just for thinking you bitches was friends. You pick your side so when you see me ain't making no mends. And tell that dyke that when I see her we fighting again. My life got way realer. Touchdown in Atlanta, went from worker to the main dealer. She gon' come and fuck me every time, that make his pain realer. I could serve him shit to ease his mind, cause I'm the hood healer. I'm for turning G-Shocks to protect, won't let the gas go till the chandelier's on my neck. I told Sosa D's behind me, she said park, I'd rather wreck. I'm the chosen one they see, is some of my close homies vex. I'm the big fish, I came to set the record straight. You see I'm hungry, so I eat the lobster off my plate. I'm half Shaq and half Kobe, bitch, I'm that great. And since I always leave with Kobe grinding 24/8, I got all the money and clout. I could tell they want it by the shit that come out of their mouth. You could come and take it, just come check me, I'm out in the south. Hit my brother Trey like bro, go spray him, you dying for clout. I got all the bitches and moves, niggas don't be beefing, they be hating, don't get it confused. I told you I'm at Shaq, get out my way, you can't walk in my shoes. They mad that I'm the greatest, won't crash out, catch me on the news. Like, y'all mad that I'm the greatest, won't crash out and catch me on the news. Like, niggas disrespecting Baby Jackson, she gon' hit the snooze, baby. Yeah.
Feel me?